Hello to any of you guys out there signing on. Good to see you. We'll be starting. Oh, I don't know what happened to it. Just went weird. Hi, am I muted still? No, right. That's you guys signing on. Receive. To see all your faces or faces. I know with the internet, but hopefully it doesn't continue to be a problem. In my I am not the way I used to. But that's okay because we do New Year's Day instead, which is bad because when your kids are all adults, nobody has to decide they're and we all have good food and spend time with each other on the first day of the year. So tone. So excuse me while I try to adjust my screen a little bit. There we go. Much better. Hello. How do you guys all signing on and stuff? We're going to do some readings tonight, like I do every Christmas Eve. I think it's the best time to do them because, people miss their loved ones a lot around the holidays and stuff. So disconnecting your phone. Hey, you guys, good to see you. We're yeah. If you, I, I can maybe do the laptop. You guys, I might have to switch a different computer. But stay in the, what the hell's going on? I think there's a mass amount of dead people who want to visit you guys and talk. So just hello from your love. I don't know what's happening. Stephanie is going to set up my laptop. There we go. That should be better. All right. Hello, you guys. Sorry, we were having technical difficulties. But hopefully you guys can hear me and I'm back. So I think it's my computer that has a few problems. I want to do some live readings tonight. I want to say hi to you guys. I always do this on Christmas Eve because I feel like, that's when lots of people miss their families and stuff. So I wanted to kind of like do some readings. And yeah, I am back. I don't know. My computer in my office has been having a lot of problems lately, and I'm not exactly sure why. But it is what it is. So I'll stay on here as long as I can on my laptop because I thought I brought the charger, but I did not. So we will just go till we don't go anymore. But I wanted to just do some readings with loved ones. For any of you guys who've been doing this with me lately when we do the lives, I like to bring people on so that I can see or at least hear your voice. It makes the readings better because doing them where I'm sitting there and typing is kind of counterproductive. So at least this way, we'll send out an invite and then I'll connect as much as I can. It will be showing up on my YouTube and on my Facebook. So if for some reason my charge goes or, I get disconnected, I get disconnected. But I'm going to do as many as I can until then. But hi to all you guys signing on. I appreciate you signing on and Merry Christmas Eve. I haven't celebrated Christmas in a while since my kids got older, mainly because we instead now just celebrate on New Year's Day. So on New Year's Day, we have good food and we have people that we love and presents, and what a way to start a new year. So we are going to do some readings. So this is what I'm going to do.
I'm going to talk about somebody, and then I'm going to say, hey, hi to all you guys. And then I'm going to say, hey, does anybody have a dead person like this? And if it resonates with you, go right ahead and fill in. Sorry, you guys, I only have my bifocals, so I have to push them up. So I am going to say something about someone, and then we'll make the connection, and then we'll post a live link so that you can click on that. And then we can just kind of move this right along, because my computer will die eventually because I don't have my cord. So I'll do as many as I can until then. But you should be able to still see it when we're done on YouTube and Facebook. So if you end up getting a reading, you'll be able to have a copy of it. But there's one thing that I can tell you before I even start. Lately, I guess, you guys, I've been doing readings for over 20 years now. And so lately what I've noticed is that spirit seems to be with us a lot, especially lately. And maybe we just need it or something, like maybe the world just needs it. But there seems to be like a lot of spirit activity close to us. And I kind of go with, like I'm more of like a quantum physics girl. And so I think that the frequency of their energy is with us a lot lately. It might be because it's close to the holidays. It might be for whatever reason, whatever's going on in the world, whatever. So those spirits are close to us. And it's because also we need them. And so, like everybody needs somebody, and everybody needs a fan club. So even if it's dead people, it's still a fan club. So I'm going to talk, and then we are going to put up a link. So I'm just going to wait just a couple more minutes before I start doing it. I don't know why. But I am going to tell you that I have a bunch of stuff coming up next year. I do have a tarot class with two of my favorite friends. That's coming up and starting at the end of January. We were originally starting at the beginning of January, but it works better to just do it at the end of January. I have another class that I'm teaching with Charles again next year about it starts off as like a class on how to connect with your loved ones on your own. And then if you decide that you want to go past that, there's an additional mentorship program with me and Charles. So we'll do that next year. That's coming up. It looks like I'm traveling back to Savannah, Georgia, Savannah, Charleston, Charlotte, and Raleigh next year with Anthony. So we'll be doing that again. And then I'm also doing that retreat with Dina next year, which is also a wonderful women's retreat. I'm still included in this group text message from all the ladies of that group because they all stayed friends and they all stayed so connected to each other. So I love that. And then, and Stephanie's posting stuff because I'm not. So Stephanie's posting stuff for me. So if you see stuff being posted, it's because she's moderating and stuff like that. So I just wanted to tell all you guys that I am. Oh, and one other thing. I just want to say thank you, because if any of you have ever given me a review on Google, my goal was by the end of the year to reach 400 reviews on Google. And that was my goal. And I reached that goal in November, not in December. So now there's more than that, but it was probably the only thing I've done early all year. So thank you to any of you who have left reviews for me on Google reviews. I just have a lot of reviews on there, so it was very helpful. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that you guys go out of your way to do that. That was very kind of you. So let's not delay. Let's get started because I'd like to do some readings before my computer dies. So for any guys interested in the classes, just know it's on my website, and Steph is moderating. My daughter, Steph, she's my assistant. She's moderating. So any kind of questions and stuff she'll probably answer. But for the most part, I probably won't spend a lot of time looking at that or looking at the comments because once I'm in the reading, I just want to be in the reading. So you guys do not have to be on camera, but I do want to be able to hear your voice. So when I send out the link, when we figure out who the loved one belongs to, we will go from there. So I just want to start off. We're just going to start doing readings right now. So I'm not actually going to have you guys say anything. And just a reminder, don't put a bunch of stuff about your loved ones in my comment section, because when I'm not online later after the thing is over, people go on there and they start messaging you guys about the stuff that you typed saying they have a message for you. That is not anybody associated with me at all. I always have that green check mark. And so just know, try not to put too much information in there because people are shady. So hi to all of you guys that are signing on. And remember, minimal information is good. But I'm going to start off. I have this guy here. I have this like loved one, this man here, and he's been here for a while. I was doing readings earlier. He was there. We ran to the grocery store really quick. He was there. So I definitely feel like I have a guy here who liked fish tanks, or he had a bunch of fish tanks. He might have been a scuba diver, saltwater, or saltwater tanks or something like that. It's just a really weird way to start a reading. Usually I'm like, oh, they died this way, they died that way. But apparently today we're going in a different direction. So I feel like I have a man here who loved fish tanks. Either that or he was a scuba diver in saltwater, like a saltwater kind of thing. So I just keep getting this man here. He's very talkative. I think he's probably in his 60s when he died. I don't think he's like incredibly old, but he may have been in his 60s when he passed. It seems like whatever happened to him happened very quickly, but it does feel like illness. So it's definitely like natural causes. But I think he was only in his 60s. And I also think for some reason, he just really likes fish tanks. So I just see this guy and he's talking about these fish tanks, and he's telling me that when he passed away, some of his fish or fish tanks were given to somebody. I just don't know if those fish are still alive. But he seems to have, and you guys, I'm working on names. So I think he is like a Jim or a Joe or a John, but like a 3-letter John, not a 4-letter John. And he keeps showing me his fish tanks, and he keeps saying like that's something that made him happy. He did have some health issues. He goes kind of early, but it is definitely natural causes is my sense. And I also feel like he had a lot of family, a lot of friends, like a lot of people that really like this guy. While he may have had some issues, I feel like generally he was pretty freaking likable. So for all of you guys watching, I just wanted to let you know this about him. So I'll just wait till someone says something. But as I'm building this up, he also has a woman with him. The woman that's with him is his mother. So it's a mother and son, but the lady definitely died before him, and he died in his 60s. He may have also had like some health issues that he was getting treated. You know, like he might have been taking high blood pressure medicine or something like that. But he does tell me that he goes very unexpectedly. And I do feel like this love of the ocean and this love of fish, and maybe he had fish tanks, and that would have been something he really liked or cared about. He does tell me that he had kids, especially like a daughter who's close to him, and the daughter didn't get to be with him at the end of his life. And it's really weird to start reading with fish tanks. Honestly, it's a little weird, but I just have to say that this guy, when he's coming through, he's got like this really good energy where it feels like people really like him. And he may have had saltwater tanks or saltwater scuba diving or something like that. And he was good at that because having a saltwater fish tank is not easy. But he seems like he was really good at doing that. kind of stuff, and that he would have passed that along to his kids about like fish care, and he may have also passed his fish along to his kids. So let's see what we got. Hi, Merry Christmas to you guys. I'm kind of working with just this energy right now. Someone said I wouldn't fish tanks, but he lived on the lake. No, I definitely feel like there's fish tanks. Hi, Toby. I know her. My dad's name was Joe, and he passed and had a fish tank hobby. Oh, before passing, was having blood pressure issues. My grandma died before him. Misty. That is who I want to talk to. Steph, can you put the link up for Misty? Because he had a fish tank hobby. And his name is Joe, and he had high blood pressure. So he was getting some kind of treatment, and then he died of that. I think that is right where I'm at. And his mom is with him. I think they were close, but she definitely died before him. So I am just going to say for right now, I think I'm with Misty. So Stephanie will post a link for you, Misty, or send it to you. But he actually seems really excited to be here and really excited to show me his freaking fish tanks. And so he seems like he was fun. It seems like a lot of people like him. And if he's close to you, I'm wondering if you may have even been anticipating him this evening. But the crazy part is he's been here, like, it's like what now, like almost 7:00. He's been at my office since 4:30. So I ran to the grocery store really quick and then came back to do this, and he was still here with his fish tanks. So I just want to say that. And for you guys who have Misty, bear with me. Stephanie should be putting the link up here pretty soon. But for any of you like who have family and maybe they experience a birthday or something like that, I see that with you, Glenda. And so just know that your loved ones are around, and when you celebrate their birthdays and when you celebrate them and when you include them, I feel like they get to be part of it. So it's really kind of beautiful that we continue to celebrate them. And I definitely feel like they appreciate that. So I am not sure why that link has not been put up yet, but I will just see if I can do it.
Put up multiple times.
How come I don't see it?
And I also replied to her Facebook comment.
Oh, because my thing is not auto scrolling. Okay, sorry. The link is up there. So I just want to say, Misty, when you click that link, and I'm just going to go with Misty, okay, because I definitely feel like it's her. So the link should be a private message that Stephanie sent you, and you should also see the link and click on that, and then I'll bring you. Your dad seemed really excited to be here, him and his fish tanks. So I just want to say that you guys see it, so hopefully she sees it too, and then we get her on here pretty quick. I am going to try to do as many as I can before my laptop battery dies, because for some reason my computer is acting ridiculous. My one in my office, and it has been ever since we had all those wind storms. It's in your Facebook messages, Misty, and all you got to do is click it. Huh? Yeah, I would rather just like hear her voice. Hello, you guys, everybody signing on. The reason I like doing it like this is because since my primary spidey sense is clairaudience, I like to hear people's voices. So even if you don't want to be on camera, it's good to just hear your voice. Plus, it helps the reading flow a lot more easily if I'm just talking to you versus typing back and forth. So yeah. So anyway, I will do another one after this. So this is what I'm going to do actually. I think while I'm waiting for Misty, I think I'm just going to connect with another spirit, and then kind of like just put it behind. So it'll be the next one, and then the link will be on there, and then I'll grab you next, because I think that might be the easiest way to do this instead of just me just waiting. And just know, guys, if you end up getting a reading, it's recorded and it's left on my page, but try not to share a bunch of information about yourself because there's a bunch of shady mofos out there who will try to rip you off. So I just want to let you know that. All right. So let's move on to the next one while I wait for Misty. I actually, so there's a lady here. Somebody has a bunch of her Christmas villages or a Christmas town, or somebody has them lit right now. I'll be right with you. Oh no, wait, not Morgan. I'm waiting for Misty. So I'm not gonna necessarily like go into the ones that if other people put it on there. That's okay, Morgan. So anyway, so I do feel like I have a lady here. She's coming through. I'm just waiting for Misty, but she's coming through. This woman, not connected. She says that someone has like little houses that she used to have out every Christmas. And I kind of think this is somebody's mom, because it definitely gives me mom vibes when I'm feeling this. And that the little Christmas town or Christmas village might be right next to you right now, even as we're doing this, even as we speak. So it definitely feels like I am getting a woman here who, okay. She was, I actually just feel like she had a really hard time there. She must have died last year. Maybe she made it to Christmas barely and then died shortly after. Because this lady has something where she's telling me she hung on for the holidays. I don't know that she made it to New Year's, but I feel like she definitely tried to make it to Christmas. And I see all these little twinkling lights that look like they're lighting up a little village or something like that. So that seems to be like something she absolutely loved. She must have loved the holidays, loved her family. Her husband probably died before her. And I think her daughter might be middle-aged. I feel like she would have been maybe in her 70s when she died. The dad would have died before that. But yeah. And she keeps talking about like the setting these things up. It's like everything was set up the way she used to set it up. But she did also have like an illness. So I definitely don't think she was well before she died. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to scroll up here. I definitely don't think she was well, and she might have died within the last year, possibly 2 years, but maybe just a year. So she's coming through. She had a long-term illness, and that illness that she had was it's not cancer. She couldn't really like move around a lot at the end. I feel like probably her last Christmas, she was just sitting on the couch watching everybody. But that seems to be like one of her favorite things, like having holidays, having people with her. I know she has multiple kids. I know that they are alive. Except maybe there's one in the spirit world. Maybe there's a son over there for her. I don't know why everything looks like family, like family trees tonight is how I'm looking at that. So this lady, she tells me she has these little twinkly houses. She gives me these vibes that she really loved the holidays, and someone might have some of her Christmas stuff with twinkly lights sitting right next to them. And as far as I forget who it is, Misty. Misty, if you still want me to read you for your dad, because he came through so clearly and he's been waiting. So just make sure that you click the link, and when we see you, we'll add you to the room. But I feel like, describing your mom, but she passed. Okay, hold on one sec. Designer 11. Give me just a minute. Let me see if there's more stuff, because I'm not above being wrong about something. But I feel like it's like she made it to Christmas, or she would have worked really hard to make it to Christmas. And whatever her illness was, it's just like this slow deterioration. Maybe your dad was in the spirit world first. Maybe she was in her 70s. Maybe you have her Christmas decorations or something. And that last year, she just says she was sitting on the couch watching everybody because that's what mattered to her, her family. So I do feel like she does give me mom vibes. And she is telling me that she was being taken care of by family, but it was so important for her to get through Christmas at the end of her life. So I just want to say that. For any of you asking how you get a reading from me for tonight, so designer, if that sounds like you, you can just click the same link that we put up for Morgan. It's the same one. And then I can add you to the room as long as the rest of it makes sense, that she tried to stay on for Christmas. She was sitting there like she had something that kind of made it so like basically she barely could move or catch her breath or something. So I just feel like that's kind of important. And so for you, ALS. ALS would be one of those long things. So slow deterioration from long-term lupus. Bear with me, designer 11, because Jackie ALS, I feel like she died kind of recently. So, I mean, 2020 is still pretty recent. But let's see. So here's the other thing. You would have something of her sitting right next to you right now. That is kind of the vibes I'm getting. Or you're sitting in her house, or you have a little twinkly Christmas village thing that belonged to her. Because she thinks she's like, I knew I was going to show up today, but whoever that guy was for Misty, who's still here, so I'm assuming hopefully she comes back on, yeah. So let me just say, Jackie, yours was in 2020 as well. Kimmy Cat, I see what you're saying, but I definitely don't feel like this illness was hidden. I definitely feel like people knew she was having a really hard time. So I don't necessarily feel like it's a hidden illness. But she says you have something of hers sitting right next to you. So I will leave that between Jackie and designer 11 to kind of let me know if you have some Christmas stuff, or you're in her house, or like, and she loves the holidays and she was just barely hanging on there at the end. You have your mom's glasses next to you. But Kimmy, I don't think it was a hidden illness. That's why I'm just going to kind of trust my vibes. I'm sure your mom is here. I'm definitely sure she's here. They're all here. That's why my other computer isn't working at all. But I just want to say, because I feel like it might be with Jackie and it might be with designer 11. So I just want to say these things. And I'm worried that my computer is going to die before, because I don't have the charger. That is going to, with all the trouble I had signing on and whatever, I'm just like, hopefully I'll get to this. So I'm just going to tell you what she's saying. And then I'll leave it with you, and then you can respond in the comments, and hopefully I get some of this stuff out there. So for Misty, who I haven't seen sign back on, I just want to tell you that your dad is here. He seems like he wanted to pass on a message that he loved you and that he was close, and that he was kind of like this thing with a fish tank. I don't know, maybe someone was keeping fish and the fish died or something, but it just seemed like he wanted to greet you and say hello. I feel like you've been missing him a lot. So when he comes through, he's just telling me there's like a feeling of like, hey, I love you. I want you to know I'm here. So I just want to tell you that and give you lots of love from him, because he is definitely, he wanted to make sure you knew he was here. So I just want to say that, because obviously there's some computer problems tonight. And then Jackie, yours says she loved the holidays, but don't have anything of hers with you. Okay, that's absolutely fine. I just think I might have been with designer 11. And I don't know what you would have of hers or if you're in her house, but she did die kind of slowly, is my sense. So it's just like whatever was going on with her was kind of shitty. So I just want to say that. Also, I think I might actually, if for some reason I can't keep doing this, I have a TikTok, and I might, when I get home later this evening, maybe do some TikTok readings. So if any of you have TikTok, I might do that. I might do that stuff later, is do some TikTok or jump back on here late after I see Brian or whatever. So just because I wanted to be able to do more readings. And I didn't bring my right charger for my laptop. So, and then my computer's acting really weird. So, and it's probably because the sheer volume of dead people that come. So if any of you guys want to,
It's just because that computer needs obviously a hard reset, or like it needs to reset.
can you give it a shot? Can you see if you can do a hard reset on it and just see if that would work? There's a chance I might be able to continue on there, but if not, I do have a TikTok. Mother-in-law died Christmas Day last year. Any messages from her? You guys, I just got to stick with what I'm getting. And right now I just have this overlap of there was somebody here earlier named Misty, and her dad collected fish tanks and seemed like he was close to her and he wanted to say hello. And then I have somebody's mom here who might be designer 11 when I'm getting her, and something about her being oh, you found it. She found it. I have the charger, so I can just keep doing readings. Thank you. We have the charger. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, let's put that on there. Let's get this in this direction. Does that work? Perfect. Perfectly perfect. Now I can keep doing readings, which is what I wanted to do. That way I don't have to do them later on TikTok. But one of these days I am going to go on TikTok late, and I'm just going to do readings just because I feel like it. And they'll be free. So, oh yeah, there was a reference. I think the thing with the fish tanks, belonged to that lady, Misty. So if she signs back on, I definitely feel like that was for her. And let me see, a lot of health issues. Okay, mom would want her to hear with us for support. Okay, you guys, we're going to do this a little different, all right? I'm just trying to do as many as I can. I'm just going to speed down this list. And then hopefully Missy or Designer 11 gets back on and I can connect with them. So the guy with the fish tanks at Sarah W. Roble 5464, I don't think he's your person. I definitely think you belong to that chick, Misty, because he loved fish tanks, and he had like a common health issue, like high blood pressure, I think she said, and they were close. So if she shows up again, great. I am going to just kind of like run down some of you guys, like just run down the information I'm getting and maybe do some like rapid fire readings. If you guys are open to that, I'm open to that. And we're just going to make some magic happen. Some Christmas miracle. All right. Don't put up a bunch of stuff, you guys. Let me kind of start here with like, because, you know, when people are saying any messages for me. So let me just go back a little bit. Okay. Your mother-in-law died Christmas Day last year. Any messages from her? So Perez Prissy, if you are still online, your mother-in-law, she treats you like a daughter. So I don't think she's just your mother-in-law. I think you were very close to her. She had been sick for a while. So the Christmas Day passing, I think she probably worked really hard to be there for that. But I don't know that she was like fully with it. There at the end, Perez Prissy. So I just want to give you lots of love from your mother-in-law, but I also think she has grandkids. And I feel like, you know, holidays kind of suck especially when someone dies at Christmas. So I just want to do that. And you guys, I'm just running down this list, and anybody that stands out, I am going to just kind of connect with them. So Kimmy Cat Martinez, who was here earlier and has her mom's eyeglasses next to her. I have to say though, your mom must have been very intense. Her energy is intense. When you said she had the eyeglasses and I said it wasn't her, and she's like, but I'm over here. So I also feel like you talk to your mom all the time. And she tells me you're getting a million signs from her recently, especially. So when she's coming through, I feel like she's just kind of like giving you almost like a hug. But her eyeglasses that are right next to you, I don't think that's the only pair you have. You may have another pair of hers, but and also Kimmy Cat Martinez, I think you have kids, and I think your mom's a grandma. She loves the holidays. She wants to send you love, but she wasn't necessarily the lady I was talking to earlier, but she's definitely here. And then Jackie, with your mom, who loves Christmas and loves the holidays, she also tells me that you've been, I know you said, or you mentioned earlier, she died in 2020, but my thoughts is that she's free. There's something about your mom where her illness, it sucked. It felt like she was like trapped in her body. So when I look at her now, she's like floating in front of me. So I just want to tell you that your mom is here because you've been talking to her and you were hoping she'd show up. And so here she is showing up. So I just want to let you know that, and let you know that earlier with the mom situation that I had going on, that she couldn't quite get through past the other mom that I think belongs to designer 11. So Merry Christmas to you. I'm sliding down the list here as fast as I can. Dina Lee, Merry Christmas. Nora, give me just a moment on that. Christina Meyer, my parents both passed in 2024, 4 months apart. It's been hard. Just wondering if they have any messages. Okay. For Christine Meyer, hopefully you're still on here. You guys, just so you know, this isn't how I normally do this. Usually I connect with someone and bring them online and do it that way, but nothing seems to be working. Luckily though, I found my phone charger, so I can keep going until 8, which is when I plan to do it until. So for Christine Meyer, I know you said they passed 4 months apart, but I actually feel, and that was just a year, I think it was like a year and a half ago. So anyway, but you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think your mom may have passed before your dad, but they still seem like they were together. So I feel like there's like a connection there, where their souls are old friends and they're still connected and they still love each other. But it's almost like your parents couldn't be without the other one. So I feel like when I'm looking at them in the spirit world, it looks like they're connected, healed. But I have to tell you guys this, and this may resonate with lots of you guys. And I'm just going to tell you this. So here, and I'll get back to Christine. I'll get back to you. But I've been noticing this a lot lately, and I'm just going to bring this to your guys' attention. And this is just my belief system based on all these years of doing it, okay? Is that I think we're energy. Our body dies. Our personality, sense of humor, memories, love, all remain within that energy. It's kind of colored with the energy of every life experience. So we have that energy, and that is kind of in the same frequency as a good idea or an aha moment. And so our loved ones communicate with us all the time, and we think we're talking to ourselves. We think that the way that we hear a voice or we're talking to them, we're making it up or something in our head. But actually, they are communicating with us, and it just sounds like our own voice because they don't have a discarnate voice box. But there's a frequency of energy, and that frequency of energy does things in our environment that are signs. And I just want to tell you guys this because this may apply to every single one of you. So it's an energetic frequency. And the examples I always use are like, like dog can hear a fire engine 5 miles away. We can only hear it a mile away. A cat can see 5 times better in dim lighting. And they can see ultraviolet light and we can't. So there's all kinds of different frequencies. So when the body dies, there's a frequency and it still exists. And love never dies and they're just like a thought away. So because that frequency is there, it's kind of like disruptive to our environment. So these are some of the disruptions you might experience. And I am going to tell you, after doing this all this time, I don't believe in ghosts. All the dead people are good. Doesn't matter how they lived. Doesn't matter how they died. They're energy and they still are there without any worldly problems, no sickness, no bills to pay, no diets to go on. They understand everything that happened, everything that will happen. But they also kind of, are connected to us and aware of what's going on in our lives. And time isn't real. So we live in a culture that teaches us that there's all this scary shit like ghosts and, oh my God, something moved and I don't know how that happened. But I find that their frequency of energy causes disruptions in our environment. Some of those disruptions affect lights, electricity, electronics, things turning on and off, motion sensors turning on, doorbells being rang. That's one I've noticed that one a lot lately. Even like our kids' toys in a toy box going off on their own, and stuff like that. And this is not that they're trying to give you a message. They're there and they love you and they're not going anywhere. And because love never dies. So that frequency causes disruptions in our everyday environment. And that's one of the ways of something that looks like. It also looks like spots, like over out of the corner of your eye. It also looks like spots at the corner of your eye. Sometimes you can smell them or something that reminds you of them. They're not 98.6 degrees. Think outer space. They're kind of cold. So you might get chills on one side of your body or the other. You may also have there's a pressure associated with their energy as well. So that looks like creaky floors, like a cabinet opening or shutting or a door closing, or so you feel like someone's sitting next to you or laying next to you, because there's a pressure associated with that frequency of energy as well. So they're with us all the time, because I don't even think time is real. So they're with us all the time. So if you really want that connection with your loved one, I do readings and stuff like that, but I also just want to tell you guys, I'm just the telephone. They want to talk to you. They love you. And so that's why they're here. That's why you're here, because you want to connect with them and they want to connect with you. Just a couple other things before I move on. I think that there's these synchronicities that happen where you're talking about them and then something you were talking about happens, or they're around you and you have this sudden memory of something you forgot, or you just feel inspired to look in the couch cushions and you find your mom's glasses. Whatever that is, it's just kind of like they communicate with us all the time. And, like I said, I've been doing this a really long time and I don't think time is real. And I think your loved ones are around you and we all meet up again. I also think, because of quantum entanglement, that they can be in more than one place at once. So you don't have to worry about they need to be with their kids and not me. They can be everywhere. Don't worry about it. They don't seem to have any problems with that. They could be everywhere all at once. And so I just want you to know that they will stay with us as long as we need them. And all the way when, none of us get out alive, we all end up in the spirit world and they'll all be there waiting. So all your pets, all your family, all your friends, all the people that you even had any struggles with or anything like that will always be there whenever our time comes. So I just want to say that to you guys, because it's such an important thing to know that they're not some crazy place. They're there. Your pets see them. There's different sensitivities to light and stuff, like seeing orbs in pictures or whatever, but they're around you all the time. So I just want to let you know that. Now I'm going to scroll down this list, okay? And I'm trying to do some rapid fire readings here So so anyway, but for you, Sarah, the your person with a different hobby, actually Sarah, who's on YouTube, I wonder if uh I wonder if there's something about like something that encouraged you or inspired you to do this. I actually think the person with the fish tanks for you, or maybe it's not a fish tank hobby, maybe he's a scuba diver or something like that. I would say that your person is definitely pretty close, especially since the other person didn't come forward. Misty, hopefully I get to hear from her at least if she signs back on. But I definitely feel like her dad was here. So I just want to say that your person is also probably here as well, but I'm getting like overwhelmed by the fact that I just told all of them they can talk to me. So I just want to let you know that. And then back to you, Jackie. I feel like some of the stuff that's going on in your family, especially like things that your mom witnessed, or she's very like loving. And life doesn't really always just turn out the best for her, but she's a very loving, kind person, and she absolutely is around with the people in your family and their health issues. This, what I would tell you though, is that for that, they're in the frequency of a good idea, so they can inspire the living, and that includes inspiring doctors to figure things out and stuff like that. So I just want to let you know that she's probably helping. And also, again, your mom is free. I actually feel like she was really good to go. And that just tells me she was suffering quite a bit with whatever illnesses. She doesn't want anybody in her family to have to experience that. So I feel like she's definitely around. So I just want to let you know that. So let me move on here just a little bit. I am a shaman. My mom passed away 3 years ago. Hey, Morgan Cloud. Your mother, I think she might have been ill, but I also feel like your mom had those healing vibes as well. And you have a grandmother like that. It seems to run on the women's side of your family. I am not exactly sure what kind of shamanic work you do, but I actually feel like you have enlisted your mom as your helper, as your intermediary in whatever kind of work you're doing. Your mom also has tons of animals with her. She says many of them belong to you and her, but she has animals with her. And I feel like she just wanted to give you like a really quick, like she jumped in. She's been pushing me because I know you had signed on and then you signed off and you said sorry and whatever. And that was the last time I remember seeing you, but she's back when I just read that. And she's just telling me that you had a feeling you would get to connect with her somehow around Christmas. I don't even know if I know you, but this lady is telling me that your vibes, you're trusting your vibes, that kind of stuff seems to run on your mom's side of the family. But now your mom helps you with your work, which I feel like you're just kind of maybe just starting out, or you feel like you're just getting the nuts and bolts of it together or something, how you work. I know for me, all the years of doing this, it's constantly an evolution of belief and understanding how things work over time, stuff like that. I imagine it's very similar for you. So what your mom's telling me though, is that you had a feeling that you knew you'd be connecting with her. And she says she gave you that feeling and you and your mom are very in tune. So I just want to pass that along. Let's see what else we got here. I'm just trying to answer them. I am just doing readings based on like whoever is standing out to me. Oh, and Darity, I know you. I've read you. I know you. And you said about kids and custody, but I think we've talked about this at some point. So I actually feel like you might be with your kids in custody, you might be like in this constant loop with someone. So I am not sure what that is, but I know that I know you. And I also, Morgan Cloud, I see your high fives. I'm glad that that was her. I want to say for Amy Perchik, your nephew passed unexpectedly. That seems really shitty. Hold on a second. Yeah, so Amy Perchik, your name looks familiar. I don't know if I've read you, but you're talking about your nephew, and I feel like your nephew died really unexpectedly. But for some reason, I don't know why. I don't know how I know you. I can't remember. But you may be a medium as well, or you may be a psychic as well, or I don't know, taking a class or something. I don't know. Your name just looks really familiar. So I have to say though, I know your nephew's fine. I haven't quite connected with your aunt. Your aunt seems like she might have had some health issues. But I also feel like oh, wait a minute. She passed on Sunday, but I think she was kind of out of it for a while. So she actually kind of gives me the impression she left her body before her body died. So I know it's kind of an odd thing to say, but that's what it feels like about your aunt. So I just wanted to say that your nephew is fine, but the circumstances around his death are kind of shitty. But he comes and he says hello to you, but he also tells me that you've been talking to him. So I know he passed recently, just a few weeks ago, but he says you've communicated with him. And that's why I'm thinking I've talked to you before, or I know you somehow. I just don't remember how. So I'm sorry about that, you guys. And then, whoops, sorry. And then, let me keep going down the list here. Oh, Leslie Quimby. He died of cancer. But he tells me that you were with him the whole time. He said you were with him, like for the whole thing. So you must have like been a caretaker or something. And he actually tells me he's visited you. Like you've actually felt him sit in your room or in your bedroom or something. Like he sits there and you talk to him. And I know it's been 3 years, but it doesn't make it suck any less. And I think you have kids. I think he seems to watch over young people that are connected to him, but he also watches over you. And he says that right after he died, there was a lot of visitation, maybe like dreams and weird things happening, but it hasn't happened so much. Or maybe you just got used to his energy. But he was a fighter, and this is the one with the name Quimby. I feel like he was a fighter. And so he must have fought that cancer. But he tells me that not a day goes by where you don't talk to him. And you finally stopped crying every day, which is understandable. He seems to be around your kids. But he also causes some kind of things that happen with frequency in your home. So I'm not exactly sure what those things are. But I want to let you know that he loves you. He says you took care of him the whole time. Mel Ant, wondering if everything my son, it's been a little over 6 years. I am here with his siblings. Been told he has been trying to reach out. I am going to tell you they're always trying to reach out. But sometimes it's just to let you know that they're there. So I'm kind of like running down this list. So I'm not seeing the feedback from anyone that I've talked to yet. So just I haven't gotten that far down the list. I don't want to lose my place. So Rachel Rubinowitz. Give me a minute on that. I think your husband was really close to his mom. Like, I think they were tight. I almost feel like his mom knew she would see him again. He seems to go very quickly, though. But it's like she had a health issue, but it must have just gotten worse after he died or something. Because she wanted to be with him. I think she has other kids, but I kind of feel like when he died, maybe something inside her just kind of broke and she just wanted to make that connection. So not only are they here, but they're also here because you're helping the family. You're keeping everyone on track. So I want to tell you that that's for Rachel Rubinowitz. And then somebody said something about a son that passed like 6 years ago or almost 6 years ago. I don't remember who that was, but I remember seeing it. And someone said, oh, their siblings are watching. And you know what? He's really fun. He has a good, friendly energy. I don't know. Like, I like that kid. I know he's not a kid. To me, he'd be a kid, mainly because my kids are between 21 and 30. So he'd be young to me. And he also talks a lot. And I feel like everybody felt close to him. But his death kind of like, it's like a big surprise there. I don't know if it's because of his age or because whatever was going on with him, but everybody worried about him, like if he suffered or something. But he seems absolutely fine, like all the dead people do, because when you die, you don't have any problems. So, and you understand everything. But I think your son, I know you said like his siblings were there, but I kind of think that you still include your son in holidays, birthdays, stuff like that. Like he's carried on and somebody's got tattoos for him, or there's maybe somebody's considering getting tattoos or got tattoos, but I definitely feel like it's more than one. But that was for the lady who said the siblings are watching. So I don't know yet. Hold on a second. Barb, I'm sorry your mom's been gone 25 years. Mel Ant. That's who I was talking to. Perez, Prissy, I talked about something earlier. I can't even remember what it is anymore. And then I can connect with pets. Give me a moment, Janae. I don't know how that's going to work. I just want to keep going here. I know some of you guys have asked me for stuff. I'm just trying to get through the messages and do as much as I can before I have to get off. Mainly I have to get off because I've been doing readings all day. Kyle Prince, 4535. I think you look familiar. So your name looks familiar. So hold on, let me go back to that. I just want to say, your mother-in-law knew she was passing on Christmas Day. That's for Perez. Hoping someone for me. You guys, I'm getting to as many of them as I can. She's been around 3 years. Everything is pulling in my way. Hold on, you guys. I'm just reading this, and there's a lot to read. So let's see. Leslie Rodriguez. Why do I feel like I know you? I don't know. Some of you guys, I feel like I know you. Like I've talked to you before. So I don't know if you've had a reading from me or whatever. Perez, Prissy, your mama has for you that she is just right there. She's proud of you because you're carrying her on. And that's kind of like a big deal. Joanne Leonard. Also, your name looks familiar. I know you mentioned that your mom died in February, but my thoughts is that your mom and dad probably had some kind of like unfinished business or some kind of healing that they were dealing with. So I feel like now that they're in the spirit world, it's like everything's good. They work something out, but they are also grandparents as well. And I feel like they kind of team up, but they also have siblings over there. So I think you also have aunts and uncles over there too. So let me keep going, you guys. I'm just trying to stick with the ones that kind of stick out to me. Hi, Kim Jandro. I know her. She's awesome. Let me just keep looking. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Kristen Hudson, Cindy Wilson. I'm just looking at all your names. Oh my God, there's so much stuff on here. Okay, you guys, give me just a minute. I definitely am not going to be able to get to everything before I have to get off because I've been doing readings all day. But hopefully I am sending some messages to you guys out there. That was Jill Stevens. You were signed on as Diner 11 and use the link. I saw the message. You're backstage. Only the host can see you. I did not know that that is you, and I'm going to put you on right now. So,
Hi.
hi. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Sorry it took me so long to figure my shit out.
That's okay.
But it is very nice to talk to you. Have I ever read you before?
Yes.
Nice to re-meet you.
Well, thank you.
And so I probably so you had the mom with the Christmas stuff.
Yes.
That was and she was are you like at her house, or do you have like some of her Christmas stuff?
She lived with me for the last 7 years of
she lived
life,
with you.
and I do have a lot of her stuff, including
like-
some Christmas things.
But do you have some Christmas things out of hers? Because she's talking about
one.
That's okay. She's talking about you got it out. It's something she really liked. And I really feel like this lady loved Christmas.
She did.
This is her day. This is her time. She loved family coming over. She loved all of the intricacies of planning a family event. And she has a massive smile on her face. I definitely think your dad's over there, but your mom is kind of saying this is her time. And what she's also telling me is that you're carrying her on. So there's a lot of things that you do that are a lot like your mom.
Yes.
You also took care of her. And I also feel like your mother,
This is a reminder.
she's
Peanut butter cookies.
huh? Did you say something?
No, that was my Alexa.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, cookies? What?
Yeah, he wants me to make peanut butter cookies. Yeah.
Apparently, yeah. But this is the thing though, is that your mom must be around, because I don't know who that was who said they wanted you to make peanut butter cookies, but your mom would have easily done that. She would have done anything. Like, she loves to cook, she loves to bake, she loves the holidays, all that family get together stuff. And she says, you do it now, and you carry her on. So I just want to give you lots of love from her. She was very excited to be here earlier. I just had to go back and snatch her up. But I definitely feel like that woman, your mom, is a strong force of nature.
Oh, she was a force. Yes.
And she says, so are you.
I
You
try.
are too. You get it from her. And I think she loves that. And I think that your mom's energy is always around you, because you were so good to her when she was sick. So I know you said she lived with you for 7 years, but I honestly think that you allowed her or helped her keep her dignity at the end of her life. And she's very thankful for that, because your mom was very proud.
Yes,
And so that was a very hard time for her. And it was really hard for her to even ask for help. But she loves the fact that you've carried her on all this time. And I just feel like she's coming with this big Merry Christmas and a giant warm hug. But I have to say, your mom looks like she's like 35.
Oh, she always did. Very young.
She looks good. And oh, do you also have some of her clothes still?
Yes.
And her dishes, or a roasting pan or something?
No, the dishes.
she says you pull her out on special occasions, not her clothes, her dishes.
Actually, both.
Both. Okay, her clothes and her dishes.
Yeah, I put on a little bit of weight, so I've been borrowing her shirts.
Yeah, well, you like them and they still remind you of her. And
Yeah.
when you do, you just feel her with you.
Right.
So, she digs it. Use as much of your mom's stuff as you want because your mom had not everything came easily. So I feel like because not everything came easily, she really prized any of the few any possessions.
Yes.
She had to work really hard to get them. So the fact that you're reusing her clothes and her dishes means a lot to her, not only because you're carrying on her memory, but you're also carrying on the things that are important to her. So
okay.
Just want to let you know that and let you know she loved you. Thank you for coming on and thank you for being patient with me in figuring out who you were. 'Cause it took a while to get down the list.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I got to talk to her for you. She just is all excited. So I don't know if you guys do Christmas presents on Christmas Eve or in the morning, but she talks about something special that seems to be related to one of her grandkids that somebody has as there's a big surprise. Whatever it is, I feel like she's connected to it.
Okay.
But it seems like it's with one of her grandkids. So
yes, one of the granddaughters is pregnant and due in February.
Is that the big surprise?
I think so.
Okay. Because she must be also though getting a bunch of stuff to help her
Yes.
or something on Christmas, and people are going to surprise her the way she kind of got surprised by that baby. That baby is going to be absolutely healthy and fine. So I just want to let you know that. And your mom says she already met the baby.
Oh, cool.
So she's like, I met him first.
And
so they always say stuff like that. So anyway, your mom met her grandkid or great grandkid before any of you guys did. And I just want you to know, because your mom loves a good baby.
She does.
She's got a baby with her. So
excellent.
Just want to let you know that and give you lots of love from her. But thank you for signing on, and I appreciate it. And this little chunk should be somewhere in the recording. Just remember, you're about 1 hour and 12 minutes in, or 1 hour and 10 minutes in, from where your reading is. You're welcome. I hope you have a great night. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Bye-bye.
All right, you guys, let's go some more down this list. Where is the link? We're only sending the link if I feel like I'm making a connection. I'm doing my best to get to as many as I can with the people that are kind of standing out to me. Christy Creel said, is there a way we can connect to the energy? I'm thinking she's meaning to the energy of your loved ones. And I definitely think there's a way to do that. The primary way to do it, because I think we think it's so hard. I think I even used to think it was really hard, but they're like just a thought away. So like you can connect to that energy just by being present and in the moment and allowing things to happen. I just find like if you're looking for signs, especially like right after someone passes, sometimes it's kind of hard. Just because you're looking for items, like I used to believe like signs were like pennies and feathers and all that stuff, and they absolutely are, but they're not creating them necessarily. They're just things that we find along the way. But it would have to have like a special significance to you. But I think the best signs are the ones that happen in the moment when we're thinking about them, and then something strange happens or something different happens. Whenever I do readings, I always use this example, and I'm sure you guys have probably heard this a million times, but I met my dad when I was 40. I was visiting him in New York. He was talking to me about my grandma. I never met her. And he was really close to her. So he was talking about her. And while he was, this little kid in the back of the restaurant started to scream. And this waitress walked out and she started singing this kid song. And I never heard it before that day or since that day. And she was singing it. And my dad said, oh, my mom used to sing that to me when I was 4, as he was saying all these wonderful things about her. Do you think she's here? And I was like, of course she's here. But what I found out later, because recently, since I've told this story so many times, it's a song called Mare Sie Dotes, I think. It came out in 1943. The beginning of the song and the part of the song she used to sing to him are very different. And so it was just weird because the part of the song she used to sing to him is the part we heard. He didn't know the rest of the song. So I looked it up and I was like, oh, here's the song. He goes, I'm not familiar with that part. Only this one part that lady was singing. So I think that is also a way they give signs. I know my kid's dad, Mike, one of the things that I used to see is that Bible verse, love is patient, love is kind. Because I put it on this little scrapbook that I made of his stuff, and I edited it a little. I left a couple of lines out. And so every once in a while I'd be in the store or see a sign somewhere where they also edited it and kept a couple of words out or a couple of phrases. And I always knew that was him. So there's like something special about the synchronicity that makes it just like exclusive with your loved ones. And then for any of you guys, I've recently like been thinking about this. There's this movie called Interstellar, and they use quantum physicists to kind of like help with the time stuff on there. And in the beginning, and I'm going to ruin this for any of you guys. If you want to watch it, it's 3 hours. You're going to cry. So Save the World movie came out in 2014. It has Anne Hathaway, Matthew McConaughey, whatever. But in the beginning of the thing, there's Matthew McConaughey's with his daughter. There's these books going through on the shelf. And she's writing them down as Morse code. And she's trying to tell him that she's getting messages from the book. And he's like, no, that can't be. But he is the one who taught her Morse code. So anyway, flip all the way to the end of the movie. And at the end of the movie, he's the one pushing the books through, because over the years, that Morse code is how she figured out how to save the world or do whatever it was that she did. But it was their special language. So the Morse code was something he taught her. So it was special between the two of them. Just like with my dad, how it was special that just one little part of this bigger song was the part that he heard. So I just want to say, when it comes to synchronicities and signs like that, also like stuff that's really exclusive to just you and that person, that seems to manifest in ways that are absolutely wonderful. So I just want to pass that along. Someone said, Marty Perez. Why do I feel like I know you? I think your mom passed from an illness. Why do I feel like I know you? I don't know. It just seems like this lady, when you said that and I read it and you said your sister and spouse are watching, I think either you or your sister took care of your mom or were trying to help her, but your mom is like had a really hard time accepting help. She's very proud. And so I feel like she's coming through because she's doing great. But I also feel like for you, Marty, and anybody else watching, I think your mom has some siblings that she's close to. And they may be in the spirit world. She may have a brother and a sister-in-law over there because one of them doesn't feel related to her. But it's almost like your mom had an awareness that she would be able to see her loved ones again. So I definitely think she was really open to this kind of stuff. So I just want to pass that along to you. And her message is really that she's not going anywhere. So earlier when I was talking about all the different ways that they visit and stuff like that, I definitely feel like your mom is a very strong energy. And she is telling me that those synchronicities and things that I was talking about, like she's done that several times. So I just want to like acknowledge that because that's really important. So that would be the message that I can give you right now. And I'm just trying to look through here. Oh, Michelle Anderson, you said you've been feeling like your loved ones are influencing changes in your life lately. I don't think it's just them. I feel like it's also you. They're saying it isn't because you have like I don't know if that's like a grandmother or mother, and there's a man over there, it's like father and uncle, like it's just like generational. But I actually feel like you've kind of like made yourself a promise that you weren't going to put up with some stuff. So it's almost like things are getting into alignment with you, not just because of them influence or inspiring, but also because there's some future version of you that's healed and doing well. And that version of you is sending energy back because you got a lot of shit that's happening in your life and you're constantly working on how to make the best of it, how to learn from it. So I actually feel like it's not just your loved ones. I kind of feel like it's you. So I just want to pass that along to you because I don't think it's just them. So I just, yeah, I just want to, I'm just scrolling through, you guys. Bear with me. I did try some of you guys I see on here. So I tried to communicate with as many people as I can. I probably only have time. Actually, wait. I'm just moving on. Just because there's so many comments. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm just going to use this like a little Wheel of Fortune wheel or whatever that is. Oh, Michelle Anderson, there you are. Now you're commenting about it. So I just want to tell you that. And I also want to tell you, I do these things. I don't know. I was going to start doing them maybe. I don't know. I can only do them with like people I've already read because I don't want to give you a reading in this context. But I've been doing like some energy work stuff. And that energy work is connected to a soul retrieval. And in a soul retrieval, it's not just like getting back parts of you that have been traumatized. It's also about like what I was just talking about for Michelle, like the future version of you that you work on and heal and whatever, that if all time is happening at the same time, that maybe that future version comes in a soul retrieval and that's the one kind of cheering you on in addition to your dead people and stuff, but also the you of today, the you of yesterday, the you of tomorrow. I've been doing these and I've usually just been doing it for like people that have come to me a bunch, like that have lost kids and stuff like that. But I don't know. I do so many readings. I don't know how to fit that in, but it's this really cool experience. I do it at the women's retreat that I do like in a group setting. So I don't know, maybe I'll do a group setting at my office with it, or it's really an interesting process, but it's about clearing out your energy, kind of like bringing back piece of yourself that may be unhealed, or you might feel like almost like a coping mechanism or part of you being stuck in the past or something like that. I've just been like working with that energy a lot. And that kind of leads me down the shaman path. And I don't know that that's exactly the path I want to go full time, like doing that kind of stuff, because I really like talking to your loved ones. So I just want you to know that there is something to you, to a future version of you that helps you heal all the stuff that's happening in your life that causes you stress. So as long as you're constantly working on yourself, it's almost like we just are like our own past, present, future, and we can heal by sending that energy back to our old self. And that may be how we get through really difficult times in our lives. I know we have loved ones and stuff, and I know they visit us, and I know that that matters. But I also just want to say that constantly working on yourself, healing, growing, evolving is probably the best thing you can do for you and for your loved ones in spirit. Because I think that we create this ripple effect with the people in our lives. And so when you die, you see your ripple effect. You see who you've been affected by, who you have affected generations to come. And so when we heal here, sometimes the echo of our healing here and the ripple effect goes up to those in the spirit world, and they're all fine. But it's like like we break generational trauma and we change things and we heal things. And I really feel like our loved ones are on board with this with us, and that the work you guys do actually helps them. Also, anytime you talk about them, tell stories about them, see reminders of them and whatever, that also helps them too. So I just want to say your loved ones are around you all the time. It's not just, oh, on Christmas or, oh, on your birthday or whatever. It's daily, regularly, and they can be everywhere all at once. And we do reconnect later on in our journey, our soul's journey. And like all of us, our souls are old friends. We're all kind of traveling this road together. And I don't know why I'm saying this. This is coming from somewhere else. But it's like we're all traveling this road together. And right now, especially with everything that's been happening all around the world, compassion is the main way that anything changes. Is education, compassion, caring for one another, understanding that everybody has different viewpoints and different ways of seeing things. But as long as we're inclusive and fair and loving and compassionate, I'm not saying like you feel sorry for someone. I just say like be compassionate. Try to empathize with some of these people that the people in the world that have struggles and challenges and stuff like that. And I am also thinking, I know there's lots of you that want messages, but I have to, I'm getting ready to go because I did readings all day today and I promised myself I'd be done by 8. But I think that we need to heal our world. Obviously, our world's kind of a hot mess. And the only way to do that is by caring about other people, not thinking this person shouldn't have this and this person should, but instead just realizing that we're all just kind of traveling on this journey and everybody experiences rejection and abandonment and judgment and loss and people die and horrible shit happens and great shit happens and families and connection and loneliness. Like everybody has all of those experiences, regardless of what that looks like. So being compassionate toward one another, not judging, not ostracizing, not hurting, and sticking up for one another, like standing for each other and having that compassionate nature. I think that's the only way that this world's going to get any better, because there's a lot of crazy shit. And I just don't, I feel like I'm so lucky that you guys are my clients and that I get to talk to these dead people and that I get to see you guys and connect you with your loved ones. I feel so blessed that I've got to do that for over 20 years. And I also realize in doing it, we're all more alike than we are different. So creating differences or notating differences or this is legal, this isn't legal, whatever, like it's really about compassion, concern, love for one another. Nobody should starve. Nobody should suffer. Nobody should be tortured. None of that shit should be happening. Like, what would this world be like if we all had love with one another and didn't judge or say this person should have this and I should have that? Like we're all here together. Like this place is kind of like a shit show. There's a lot of shitty stuff that happens here. So why not love one another instead of judge and not stick up for one another? So anyway, I just thought I'd add that. Yeah. So anyway, I really love the fact that you guys signed on tonight. Merry Christmas for those of you that celebrate it. Just know that your loved ones are around. I am kind of working on being more proactive. Like I spend so much time doing readings. I do so many freaking readings that I want to be able to like engage more on social media and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's my New Year's resolution or what, but I'm working on it so that I could do this kind of stuff more often. Because I I think everybody needs it. It helps. It helps us know we're not alone in this kind of crazy life. So I just want to let you guys know that, give you lots of love. And again, I said this at the beginning and I'll say this now. This year on Google reviews, I reached 400 reviews. I think I have more than that now. And I so appreciate any of you that have gone and done that, because I can't believe that I have so many reviews and that it's still like 4.9. Like, what the fuck? So, but I also don't remember a lot of the readings. So a lot of nice things you guys say about me. I'm like, who are they talking about? But it doesn't matter. My goal was by the end of the year to get to 400, and I did it a month early, and it may be the only thing I've done early this entire year. So thank you guys for doing that, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And hopefully I'll be getting to more of this kind of shit, or these kinds of readings and stuff. I just get so overwhelmed with doing readings during the day that sometimes it's hard for me to just get online and do it. But I'm very happy that you guys signed on tonight, and I hope you all have a wonderful day tomorrow and the rest of this evening, and that you feel the warmth and the love of your loved ones, because they're just a thought away. So just know that, and I appreciate all of you, and thank you so much, you guys. Have a good night.